How's it going? I'm Noah Waika. We are out here in the Organ Mountains National Monument, which is south of Las Cruces, right around Mesquite, New Mexico. So I've got the 09 KLR out here with me. I'm used to riding sand. I'm not really used to riding a lot of this rocky stuff. So it should be kind of an interesting experience. It's been an experience so far. We're about a mile in. This was a good stopping point to get the camera out. So, and away we go. I'm riding it on sand and the front end is sort of squirreling all over. The rocky stuff actually locks together nicely, so I'm not quite fighting the bike as much. It's really gorgeous. We actually camped out here. I have a couple pictures of the truck I can put up. But anyway, we're out here with the truck in late September in the shadow of that giant rock formation off to the left. It looks like we got a Jeep coming up on us here. No bicycles or motorcycles. Pull off to the side for this gentleman here. So it looks a little different than it did when we were out here the last time. These Kenda K761 tires that I have on the bike are actually doing really well on this stuff. They really eat it up. It's a little bit better than the sandy, gravelly, nasty kind of stuff. So that's kind of cool. This is where we camped. This is a fire ring that we built. Up there is a road that I want to do. I'm not sure if I can do it today. I don't know if the bike and I are skilled enough together to get up it. And we'll give it a shot. So let's hop back on here and get on our way. Do a nice respectful movement out of here. Technical rocky section. Like I said, this is one of my first times riding stuff like this. I've driven a truck over a lot of stuff like this, but not really a motorcycle. I've actually ridden mountain bikes over similar terrain, so I guess a lot of the principles are the same in terms of like picking a line and all the differences in traction. But yeah, this trail turns very quickly back and forth from this sort of loose gravel to loose rock to like compressed rock. So I'm trying not to pop a tire because that would obviously be a bad time. I'm not super far into the bush. Somebody could come get me and bring me a new tube or something, but all I really have with me is a tubeless patch kit. And since I bought the bike with these tires on it, I don't know if the guy has a tube in the tires or not. This is some fun stuff though. It's really not too technical, but it's just technical enough that it's giving me some good experience. Come on, girlie. Nice to get these little breaks in between really rocky sections where I've got some time to sort of relax and come off the clutch and brake. A little bit loose though. Woo boy. Gotta watch our temperatures here too. Not a super hot day, but can overheat if you're revving her a little bit, feathering the clutch. Wow, good job. And this bike is doing amazing. That was a good noise. Good thing I got a skid plate. Definitely have to stop and take a look at that. I don't have any JB Weld with me, so if I crack the casing, I might have to have my girlfriend come off-road to get me. Let's take this right trail. I don't know where this is going to dump me out at. Crossing spot here. Good girl. Let's keep going this way up this canyon. Ooh, I've been working hard. Now it's starting to get a little warm. Just such great noises when it goes dink on something on the underside of the bike. Oh. Well, hopefully that wasn't just my tire. Let's get to a nice flat spot in case it was. This feels like she's holding pressure. I think she's okay. Alrighty, I'm gonna take a break here for a minute. Okay, so the bike looks fine. You can see where we're stopped here. It's pretty awesome. GPS says that's about 6,000 feet. So let's see what our current elevation is here. 5,100. So that's about 1,000 feet above us, between that mountain peak there and this one here. So pretty cool. See if we can find a picnic spot up here in the canyon where it's a little bit cooler. Alrighty, back on the adventure. This will be fun. That was a nice little climb there. Yeah, it alternates between kind of rocky back here and really nice and clear. All of it's really fun though. This is some of the most serious riding that I've done before. Oh boy. Well, I'm really hoping I didn't pinch flat my front, because that might be a really long day for me. Keep some momentum going up this hill. Not much of a hill, but got some pretty technical rock spots. Ooh, this stuff's really loose. It's not as loose as sand, luckily, but sort of gravelly. Wow, this is really cool. This might be my picnic spot, depending how far this trail goes. Doesn't look like it goes any further, so this is it. Nice. Nice little spot to pitch a tarp here. Let's go over towards that tree. Ooh. Here she goes. Yeah, that ought to be level enough. We'll get some POV of me trying to set this thing up in some high winds here. Alrighty, so we're gonna get some lunch here, but we're set up in day camp. I got a Army issue poncho strung over my head between myself and the motorcycle. But it's been a pretty chill ride so far. Really nothing super technical or to complain about. It's been a great ride. The bike's doing great. I took a look at the skid plate and the underside of the engine. Everything's fine. I just took a couple of knocks with some bigger, pointier rocks, but we're here next to this majestic mountain view here out of our little lean-to that I've got set up between a piece of scrub brush. So I'll eat some lunch and then we'll get headed back down the mountain. Alrighty, it's been a great rest break. Just kind of sat and ate some lunch and took a breather for a few minutes. The wind picked up a lot, so I'm not looking forward to riding home in that. But there's a tiny little single track hiking trail that goes up there, but definitely can't do that on the bike. Definitely wouldn't even really want to try to. Now comes a little bit of fun. Alrighty, not too bad. We're not in trouble yet. Let's see if we can face it downhill a little bit. There we go, that's a lot better. Man, I'm sure all you guys are hearing is just wind blowing. That's about all I'm hearing too. Boy. Sharp rocks. Everything's good. Ooh, that's a big rock. Ooh, just about squidged out from under me there. Yeah, that crossing looks pretty familiar. A lot more washy coming back down. Boy, that's a pretty view. Man. Once again, not too bad. A little bit technical, but mostly just bumpy. Up the front for a little bit since we're going downhill and over some sharp stuff. That was a good little turn. Let's see, where can I pick a line through this? Go this way on the outside. And get some rocks off the skid plate again. Boy, she really has a lot of grip. I didn't realize it. Sidewalls of these K761s really have a lot of grip. Oh boy. Gosh, it's a matter of am I skilled enough to use the grip or not. Neutral again with the toe of my boot. That was a big hit. It's fine though. The whole underside is protected by that big long ricochet skid plate. Great though. quite as maneuverable as a mountain bike, so where you'd be able to flick something to get around it, like that one. It doesn't really respond quite at the same rate that you would think. A lot of this stuff I've ridden on mountain bikes. On a mountain bike, you're a lot more in control because you outweigh the bike by sometimes 4 or 5 times if you got a really, really light bike. But a motorcycle obviously outweighs you by 2 to 3 times. So you've really got to tell it what to do and then just sort of let it have its head, because if you try to muscle it through something that it doesn't want to go to, it's going to create instability in your suspension, it's going to create instability in where your body position is, handlebar position, everything. So you're a lot more likely to end up going over the bars or otherwise having a bad time than you would be if you were riding a bike or something like that. See if we can pass in. It's like somebody locked themselves out. Jeez, they got that's a locksmith van. There we go. Now we're back on some stuff. We can ride quick. Alrighty, we're back on the hardball here, so I think I'm going to cut the video short, but I hope y'all enjoyed today's little adventure up in the Oregon Mountains in New Mexico. I hope y'all enjoyed this adventure, and until the next time, we'll see you around.